Hello, and welcome to day 89 of the 90-day volunteer recruiting challenge. My name is Kenny Conley, and I am a next-gen pastor at the Ridge Community Church in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and I'm attempting to recruit 50 volunteers over the course of 90 days. And we're just another day away from being done with this challenge. I'm so excited, and I've been this week thinking about the last 90 days, all that we've done. And today I'm thinking about what's next. So in a few days, I'll reveal the total number of volunteers that we were able to recruit. And I don't know what the final number is, but I know that we're really close. And we're not too far away from the holidays. And so we'll continue to let the volunteer recruiting machine run with our volunteer orientations and continue to invite people to come and serve with us. But we are going to coast a little bit into the holidays. And as we get into January, I'm thinking about what's next. What's next on the agenda? And I have a couple ideas that are at the top of my list. I had some conversations with my coordinator just this last week about what our priority in January, February, March needs to be. And it's really two things. It's actually one thing. It's leadership. I recruited so many amazing volunteers over the course of the last 90 days. I really do need some leaders. Right now, I feel like there's a deficit of leadership. So much is falling on my plate, on my coordinator's plate, and we need to raise up some leaders to help lead and care for these volunteers, communicate with these volunteers. And so I love the role of the coach role. It is a volunteer who leads volunteers. In some ways, is a small group leader for small group leaders. And so in the next couple months, it's probably that my coaches are probably people that I've already recruited, some that I just now recruited, some that have been volunteers for me for a long time already. And so there's going to be a decent amount of shoulder tapping. Now I'm going to have to replace them. So I still need to continue to recruit people to replace those volunteers that we move up into coach roles. So that's a key area. I need probably 2 coaches in my preschool environments, 1 for each service. And I need 2 elementary coaches, 1 for each service. And the elementary large group experience that we created as we went to the new building is a lot. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of details. And oftentimes I find that on Thursdays, Fridays, and sometimes even on Saturdays, I get sucked into the minutia and the details of scripts, games, props, all those sorts of things. And it's not the level that I want to lead at right now. So the other role that I'm looking for is a weekly producer. So it's going to be a volunteer who basically runs a large group in our elementary environment. And more than likely, my producer is probably going to be one of my existing large group volunteers that they will, on one Sunday a month, they will run point. They'll be the producer of the program for all the services. So those are some of my leadership roles. The other thing is just fine-tuning some of my volunteer roles. In this entire process, I didn't recruit any new special need buddies. None. And we're getting ready to open up a room dedicated to that. And so I need to focus on finding specifically some buddies for special needs. We launched large group with a great worship team, but now as we've settled into things, I have about 3 worship leaders every week at my 11:15 service. But most weeks it goes back and forth between having 1 or 2 at my 9:30 service. I really would like to have at least 1, if not 2 more. So I need to fine tune. I need to look and see where are the places where I'm missing. I think at my 11:15 service, I only have 1 dedicated check-in volunteer, guest services volunteer, and I'd really like to have 2 or 3. So this, as we move into the spring, as we move into 2025, is going to be a focus on leadership. Probably just 6 to 8 people can step into leadership roles, and probably another 5 to 10 key volunteers in very specific roles. So you never stop, you never, slow down. But now that we mass recruited a whole bunch of people without necessarily focus on where I was going to put them all, now we're at a place where I need to fine tune and and put them right where they are. But that's for next year.